I don't know how to dance.
Why are you coming in here again? Kitty, kitty.
I've been here all day, just one glance at those. Ulysses, you got my attention.
I don't know. Got too many things open. All right. Greetings, greetings. Hello. Hi, everyone. You know what today is? It's my blue post-it note day that says contest review. Now, I've been doing quite a few contest reviews, and hi everybody for popping in. Please make sure that you comment so that that helps my exposure in the rest of the world. And it's warm in here now. It's crazy St. Louis weather because it's like 51 degrees outside and it's cold in the house, and I don't get it, but I have the heater on. Still running the heater in middle of May. This is like crazy town. And why my camera is suddenly not focusing. How are you all doing today? It's contest review day. Did I mention that? Popular thing to do, by the way. We did the up viral. Notice the t-shirt dangling there. Co-pilot session yesterday. And yesterday's session was contest reviews. We reviewed 3 different campaigns yesterday. For those of you who are up viral users, you can go see that somewhere. I don't know where yet. They're supposed to give me a link for signs ups, and reviews and not reviews, replays, etc. But I don't have that yet, so I'm sorry. I'm also a little worried my hard drive is trying to fall down. So, if you're here and you have a campaign that you want me to review, let me know. Comment, send me the link, or connect with me on Messenger and send me the link. I don't have permission to review anybody's campaign today. I did not ask anybody if it was okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I like to do sometimes, and that's jump over into some of the giveaway groups. I've talked about a lot of things recently in terms of the social presence, the social media presence for your campaign. For those of you who may not know me, maybe you're watching over on Twitch or Periscope, because I actually had a gentleman pop in on Periscope the other day. The goal here is for you and me and everybody that is running a business to build your business. And in order to do that, my friend Pete Vargas said this, and you must collect people's information if you want to connect with them. Why all of a sudden is it cat day? Everybody's coming into my room, and darn cat. You open the door, but as soon as I try to close it, you leave. And my stick. If you're not collecting people's information, somebody comes to your business or your store or your website, and you are not asking for their information somehow, you have lost them. I learned that lesson 8 years ago, probably, in terms of my own website. I need to be able to get people on your email list in order to connect with them and to get them to keep coming back to your website. So if you are running a business and you're in the middle of COVID time and you're struggling with your business, now is the perfect time to be building your email list. Right? Yeah, I know. Some of you say, no, that's not right. But it is right. Now is the perfect time. I tend to believe in contests as a great way to do that. I had a really nice conversation with a whole bunch of people, actually. I mean, there were people watching the conversation. I had a conversation last night with a friend. Her name is Serena, and she invited me on her channel to talk to her peeps. And we had a really good conversation about why those creatives, there are a bunch of people who are doing art and memberships in the art arena, creative businesses, and most of the people are like probably potentially most of you, and not really recognizing that you need to be building your email list. I'll throw this one up. HubSpot says in a survey that 59% of all marketers say email still has the highest return on investment. And this one, I'm sorry, not that one, this one, that says the effectiveness of various type of marketing, email came out with 41-to-1 ratio. And 40 times as many purchases came from links and emails as from Facebook and Twitter. I don't know why you're thinking that the shiny object of building a Facebook group is going to bring you more business than building your email list. Statistics show that ain't going to happen. But yet most of the gurus are telling you to work on your Facebook and your Instagram and your Twitter and all those things. All right, so let's get into some reality. Anybody here? Nobody's commented yet. Maybe we're in a situation again where, I know there's people there. I see the count of how many people are there, and there's lots of people here. Thank you for tuning in. But sometimes the tools don't bring the comments through to me. So if you are commenting and I'm not replying, I apologize, because sometimes the tech goes bonkers. Let's switch over to Safari. Let's switch over to our desktop. And, I just closed the door. I'm having trouble with the cats, as I mentioned. And so if I go to here, there's a comment from last show. I like to go into Facebook groups that do contests, and I like to look at some of them to see what kind of social messaging they're doing. Now, this is a group called Only Big Sweepstakes, and they tend to do a fairly decent job of curating campaigns, but they're not looking for the kind of messaging stuff that I am. I am playing with a mouse tool, and for some reason it doesn't work all the time. So I'm turning it back on. Let's see if that works. Mouse functions, mouse halo. There it is. Isn't that pretty? It just kind of helps to highlight what I am pointing at. In this particular case, now also in this group, what you have to recognize is this text that's up here is added by Janine and her husband Ray. So typically I scroll up to here so that all you see is the social message and the text. So if you're running a campaign and you are not paying attention to this social image, your campaign is broken in my book. And we will probably see a couple of things as we scroll down where it's absolutely broken. And I'll tell you why. Now, this one is showing a smartphone, a Visa card, and some cash. And it says, tap on it, grand in your hand. Not sure I totally understand what that means until I come down here and it says, tap on it once a grand in your hand, win $1,000. Why doesn't it say, win $1,000 in the image? And the reason I talk about this a lot is if you imagine somebody on their smartphone scrolling with their finger, if the image doesn't grab them and communicate right off the bat what the concept is, people are either going to think it's a meme and they have to figure it out, or it's an ad and they're going to scroll on by. And so why don't you make your image scream bloody murder what you're doing? And they kind of got close with this one, but they waited until win $1,000 down here in the text. And that's where I get bothered, because most people don't read while they're scrolling. They're looking at images, and they're looking at potentially the text in the image. So this one's close. But I would have, in this space up here, done something like win $1,000. Now, potentially, why did they not say that? Some people are under the assumption that their sharing image, like this one, has to live under the 20% rule of Facebook text ads, Facebook ads, in terms of the text rule, right? And this may live under that. But social sharing images from contests aren't required to do that. So they're missing the opportunity to use the space to put that win $1,000 in my book. Let's go down to this one. If you're scrolling on Facebook and you see this pretty image, I think the vast majority of us are going to assume that's an ad. If it said, win a 3-night stay at this gorgeous resort, you might stop. And again, I suspect they're thinking they're under the 20% rule. Let's look at another one. Oh my gosh, this one sucks. Right? The social image doesn't even show full size. And therefore, as you're looking at this, as you're scrolling, you have no idea what they're doing unless you see the word sweepstakes here, right? Amazon appears to be the first words you see. And now the cat wants out now that I've locked the door. Hold on. Go on. Since most people see Amazon here, they're going to see that as an ad. This image looks like an ad. It has Amazon in it. I would scroll right on by. Online shopping for baby registry sweepstakes from a great selection of... Fail. What do you guys think? Am I on target here? If you were scrolling this, now we're talking. Now we're going to ring the bell. $5,000 giveaway, right? I see those words right away. $5,000 giveaway. That stops me cold in my tracks. I see the prize. I see the value, the how much it is, what the event is. Title here says $5,000 giveaway. Good stuff. I would click on this if I were interested in winning a grill. I know what it is right off the bat. Why aren't people creating images like this one for their campaigns? This one says win. Apparently going to win an iPhone. Win an iPhone 11. There's apparently some text that's cropped off here. Gleam.io. I'm going to click on this one. To celebrate the launch of our new banking app. I thought maybe we would see more of an image, but we don't. It's this. It did say as featured in. So yeah, we are missing the bottom part of this image, right? The thing that bothers me is like it says right here. Let me make it bigger. I can also do this. Now, not that. That's drawing. I can do this. Isn't that fun? To celebrate the launch of our new banking app. Why is this the first set of words that the people are reading? Why isn't it win an iPhone 11 worth $1,200, whatever it's worth? Why is it about them as opposed to you, the potential entrant? So I consider that a fail as well. Although it does show the product, it does show what the word win, so some people might stop. Here's no image whatsoever. It does say Corona Find Your Beach giveaway, and I'm going to click on it because it says Corona. I'm just curious. Crown Imports contest. Please confirm your age. You must be 21 years or older to enter the site. So they are required, apparently by law, to prove somebody's old enough before they get to the thing. And I'm not going to fill that out. Anybody out there? Anybody getting anything out of this? I usually get quite a few comments, so I'm wondering if the comments are working or not. It frustrates me. Give me a shout. Let me know you're there. Let me see if this is working. Am I shouting to the moon? Anybody? Bueller? I'm going to do this. Facebook.pm. I'm going to go to my timeline. And I'm going to see... Jack was here and liked it. Tobias was here. And one other. I can't type and talk. So, the comment came through to me. So, it is working. Y'all are just not commenting. See, I can do this. This is a comment. Bless your heart. Simone is here. Hi, Simone. Thank you. I appreciate the comment because I start feeling very lonely and wonder whether anybody's paying attention. Simone, by the way, was on the UpViral co-pilot session, and I gave her a little private review on her campaign yesterday. So that's why I'm excited to see Simone here. All right, let's go back. If you have any questions, make sure you pop in questions. Again, I'm going to hide the text that Jeannie posted because all we should see when we're scrolling is this. Now, this one I like a lot. Adventure Lab Media Complete Creator Kit Giveaway. Giveaway is the biggest word on the page. They're obviously not concerned about the 20% rule. And look at that. There is prizes. There is prizes. There are prizes. So you can see what's up for grabs. And it says $5,000 value below that. Complete Creator Kit giveaway when a Sony A7R3. Nice. I'm going to click on that one because I'm a camera guy, right? I want to see more about this. $5,000 in camera gear ready to win. Join the giveaway. So this is a Viper campaign, I suspect. I don't know. There's no pop-up thing going. Sometimes when I see this login, I think of it as a Viper campaign because they use that phrase. And Jack Paxton, who was here a minute ago, is the creator of Viper. So I'm going to close this. I think this is a Viper campaign. My country, United States. I'm surprised it's not a drop down. Enter your email, PMR. That's me. Now, here's the body of the thing. So it is interesting that we had a very good graphic that we came here from. We have win over $5,000 worth of new camera gear, which is a very good, bold title. There isn't any description of what the prize is, but because I saw the physical image on the previous page, on the sharing image, I got a good idea that this is Sony gear. Now, I could feel good by entering this campaign. I would love that there was maybe a photograph up here like we saw before. But I can scroll down and I can see more information about the campaign. Oh, look, I see previous winners. So this is really giving me some good validation. They're actual videos from people. I'm not going to turn it on and watch them. This could be you. I really love that text. That makes me warm and fuzzy about potentially winning this. And then there's a bunch of logos to show you who it's sponsored by. Small HD, good friends of mine. Long story there, but I helped them build their business when they first started because I used to run a photo video blog, and I posted about. Do you remember the Doritos Super Bowl commercials? They won. I think it was the very first one that was ever done. Maybe it was the second one. But their video that they did won $1 million, which built their business, which a really cool story. I'm curious to see what's next. Oh, I have to check this box. I do. Did I? Why? Oh, it's a tiny little box. Tiny little check. Join the giveaway. And yes, Simone, you're welcome. Congratulations, you're in it to win it. So yes, I now recognize this is definitely a Viper campaign. Now, Viper's a great tool. I happen to prefer UpViral. Jack is a really good guy who runs Viper. and his partner Tim. It's good software. There is a confirm box up here. Congratulations, you're in it to win it. And then they show you additional actions that you can do. So I'm going to copy this one. And I'm, for fun, because I'm going to share this on Facebook because I want to see what the sharing is like. We already kind of know what that is, right? But because this is a cool campaign, I want people on my timeline to see this. And I don't type well and talk at the same time, so. Humor me. Alright, post to Facebook. Please close this tab to continue. One thing that I noticed they didn't do was they didn't tell me when this campaign ends. And I wasn't specifically looking for terms and conditions, but here it is. Begins on May 1st and ends on June 1st. It also doesn't show, unless I just am not seeing it right off the bat, whether it's USA only or not. It did ask for our country, right? Anyway, so I will go confirm my email. I will see if I can win this one. What I typically am doing is I also have an email list of people who have entered campaigns before. So I send some of these to get bonus entries to my list. I already did this. Didn't I do that? See, I did it the wrong way. Isn't that interesting? I've never noticed that this is different than that. I could have gotten 50 more points. I could still do it. It's the same function, isn't it? Now, do I get the points anyway? What is your Facebook username? Planet Mitch, actually. A share was detected. Now that's really interesting. The reason I'm pausing is I was not aware that by the way, I just got this notification. For those of you who don't know yet, we have a Discord server. Let me make it be the right size so you can see it. We have a server where we are chit-chatting about contests. And this is totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. But we do have quite a few people that are joining. And you can come over here and join if you want. And that's not what I want. I want to go back to Safari. If you go to my site, giveawayrocket.com, and you type in /GG invite, you will get something that looks like this. And you can join. There's 6 people online. We got 59 members. Free to join. It is off of Facebook, which is part of the reason why I like it so much. And it gives us the opportunity to talk about a lot of different tools. For example, there's a Viper group on Facebook. There's an UpViral group on Facebook. There's a Gleam, I don't know if there's a Gleam group. But they tend to only want you to chat about their tool, right? And so, bless their hearts, I love them all. But I wanted to have a place where we could build a community and talk outside of Facebook. And so that's why I've created this server, and you're welcome to come join us. Simone said, bless your heart. That's not what she said. Simone said, where's my chat box? It's right there. This is so valuable. This is one of the things that I am going to do more of over in the Discord group. And I am starting a membership, and I will be doing a lot more inside the membership as well. So Simone asked, what is after the slash? Let me go back to my fancy Stream Deck and go to here, and where is it? Where is it? I don't have it. But I can go and I can do this. And I should have it. See, it's right there. GG invite. So GG stands for Giveaway Galaxy, which is what I called the Discord server. So after the slash is GG invite. And I apologize. I thought I had a pop-up that is programmed. But see, I'm still building a lot of these messages to be able to send to you here. And I don't have them all programmed yet. And so it takes time. But it is, if I go back to here, it doesn't show you what that thing is here, does it? Ha! Anyway, that's a side note. In terms of campaigns, let's go back over here and see if we can look at a couple more. If you guys, again, have anything you want to ask me, I will happily answer. Why, thank you, Simone. Simone just shared it. I share it here for others. Giveawayrocket.com/GG invite. I appreciate that, although I don't know why the little smiley face came up here. Isn't that interesting? The URL looks right from here, but for some reason the smiley face showed up. Anyway, people will figure it out. Hi, kitty. All right, so let's look again at this particular one. So this one's interesting because it has to do with real estate agents. And I know quite a few real estate agents. And what they're always looking for is something to give away to build their real estate business that's related, right? If you tuned into the Up Viral co-pilot session the other day, we talked a lot about the offer. I talk about it all the time. What is the right offer for my campaign? And real estate agents can't just say, I'm going to give away a house, right? So they're always looking for prizes that would appeal to somebody that's potentially buying a house. Now, in this particular case, this one's actually aimed at real estate agents. Not the buyers, but the agents. Hi, Valerie Barber. Let me get to your question in just a second. This campaign says build your real estate business and win a Peloton. Grand prize, a Peloton exercise bike. So they're showing you the bike. Apparently there are some headphones as well. Watch a virtual event and potentially win something. So this is going to be, I think, a potentially good example for a business-to-business kind of thing. Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for tuning in. Kelly is in my mastermind with me. Awesome stuff. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one. And by the way, if you're here, would you mind telling me whether you think this circle cursor helps or hurts when I'm doing stuff like this. It does go away after 5 seconds if I stop moving my mouse. So it comes back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. And we're going to go in here and we're going to look at this. Now, this is a Gleam campaign that is embedded inside of a different page. So it's an embed. Let me answer Valerie's question. How large should your email list be before you run a contest? Trick question, isn't it? Isn't it, Valerie? And Valerie just said, yes, it helps. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm a little curious about whether that circle is obnoxious or whether it helps. But I know, especially on Facebook, you don't get really high resolution, and so you may not see my cursor. And I paid a whopping $3.99 to have that tool. I think I like the circle cursor, Kelly says. It helps to see where you should be looking. Great, thank you. Let's get back to Valerie's question. How large should your email list be before running a contest? The answer is it doesn't have to be anything. Think of an email list as a seed, or a seed list, or for somebody that has a larger business, it's great to be able to send a contest out to your existing list. Let me do this. Your traffic options are varied. You could, and I know, Valerie, you're doing yoga, right? Isn't it yoga that you're starting to teach online? You can go post in Facebook groups. If you have your own Facebook group, if you have your Facebook page, if you post on your timeline, you could post on a timeline to kick things off. You could, of course, buy Facebook ads to get traffic. You can post your campaign on giveaway groups. You can, I mean, there's all kinds of different, pardon my nose itch, there's all kinds of different traffic sources, some paid, some free, so you don't have to have an email list to get started. Does that make sense? What you're looking for is a place to post your contest where your avatar is going to be. The people that are really interested potentially in your offer, which is again why, Valerie, you're in yoga and you're not going to post, hey, win an iPhone, right? You're going to post something that's highly targeted for your audience. Don't be falling for the trap that you could give away an Amazon gift card and get the right people. I'm laughing because one of my cords just fell down the tape. Anyway, you got to have the targeted list. You don't want a bunch of people that are only there to win something free. You want people that are interested in your offer. And you can go find all kinds of places to post that don't cost you anything. There's a whole long topic about that. But the key is, I know, Valerie, you're just brand new trying to get started on this. You don't have to have an email list to get started. There are also places, like if you really want, if you throw something my way, I can send it to my list because I have a list of 12,000 people that have entered contests before. And some of those people potentially could be interested in your particular offer. So there are options like that as well. Valerie says, I would give away a free yoga 1-hour class. Now, there's a 5-hour conversation again about what's the right offer, right? There potentially is, in your case, a good offer of a 1-hour class. What you could also do would be to give away a yoga mat or comfortable fitting yoga clothes, if there is such a thing. And I'm sorry, I'm not a yoga person, so I don't know whether that's appropriate. But I do know there's yoga mats. There's towels that you can dry off. There's equipment that you could give away that would be a physical thing that wouldn't necessarily be a class. Now, I understand that a class is easy, but that potentially could put some people off. I mean, if it's online, it's easy to consume, etc. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things to think about there. And potentially, let's not forget, Valerie, since this is your first campaign, that you're going to want to test a couple of different offers, because maybe the 1 hour class works really well. Maybe a better offer is the yoga mat. Maybe an even better offer is the 1 hour class and a yoga mat, right? So there's all kinds of things that you're going to want to try, because you're not going to just do this one time. Valerie says, yes, it's an iCloud link. So it's an online thing that they can watch, which makes it really easy for you. Doesn't cost you anything. You've already got it there. And I understand why you want to start there, because it doesn't cost you anything to ship it, etc., right? So stick around with me, Valerie. Pop in whenever you can, and we'll go through lots of those topics. Because there's a lot of different questions here. The problem that most people have is that potentially they've heard that contest leads never buy, right? The issue there, the short version of that answer, is that if you hear somebody say that, I'd bet $100 is that they gave away the wrong prize. I'll give you another example that I use all the time. My friend Heike came to me, and she said that she wanted to... that's not the right place anymore. I've moved this. Where is... Oh, there it is. So she came to me and she wanted to give away an Amazon gift card for her horse people. And what we ended up doing was we created this campaign, and I know it's a little hard and I can't use my Zoom thing on this, but right here, you can't see that. What we did was we gave away a gift card to the tack and feed shop. And so when people filled out the form, they put in their name and their email, and then they were asked for the name of their local tack and feed shop, because the gift card was going to be specifically for the tack and feed shop. Hey, Alan. In this particular case, the key for her was to target the offer to horse owners. Because if you saw that form and you're not a horse owner, you're going to say, A, I don't want $200 at a tack and feed shop because I don't know what I can buy there that would feed my family or whatever. And B, I don't know the name of a local tack and feed shop. So I'm going to leave that form and never enter. So what she ended up with was, now she didn't get 10,000 leads. What she got was 623 leads in 3 weeks. And she had 0 people on her list, by the way, Valerie. She got 623 people that she knew were horse owners because of the way she created her offer. So the people that say contests don't work, I say, Heike got 623 people to sign up for her campaign. She also got a list of 600 some odd local tack and feed shops that she could go market to for her business to be able to get them to come in to potentially be sponsors. Now, she didn't get their name and address and phone number, so she had to potentially do some work. But you get the point that she got a list of people and she got a list of potential advertisers. And Heike continues to do contests. Let me show you this. These are all contests that she has run since that very first one we did in 2019. Or 2018, I think it was. She's doing a contest every freaking month. Because she knows it works. And she is getting targeted lists for her vendors. She's getting targeted lists for her own business. This is not a one-time thing. And it brings targeted people. And I think she told me the last time I asked her, I'm sorry I have an itch over here. I think she had something like 2,500 people on her email list after a year and a half. And again, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of people. But if you recognize this, I'll go back to... most people don't know this, by the way. The more I find... That's the wrong one. It's this one. Most people in the marketing world will tell you that the estimate for a list is that will bring you $1 per person per month in revenue. So if you add, here's the example, 1,000 people to your email list, that's $12,000 over the next year for those 1,000 people you've added to your list. Now, I know some of you aren't going to add 1,000 people. Heike only added 623 the first time she built hers. But I can guarantee you that was a much faster way to build her list than putting a pop-up on her blog saying, sign up for my newsletter, and then potentially trying to go find people on Twitter and Facebook and all those places and try to get them from those groups over to her website and then get them to sign up. It's not about the big numbers. It's about whether or not those people potentially are going to buy from you. I know people that are getting $5 and $6 per person per month on their email list. So the $1 is just a general estimate, right? Serena, I mentioned her earlier today. She said last night when she saw that figure, and she hadn't heard that before, she said, you know, when I think about my income and I think about the numbers of people on my list, that number's almost exactly right. It's not always perfect estimate for everybody, but it's an estimate, right? It's something to work from. And for those people that are running a business and haven't really correlated the value of their email list, if they suddenly start putting dollar figures to that, then it becomes a lot more obvious about how evident how much they should be communicating and nurturing their email list. Now, you don't want to sell in every email. You want to talk about what you do and what your business does and how you can help people. Hello, AJ. Thanks for popping in and commenting. But your email list is your number one asset. It's not something that Facebook or Twitter or anybody can take away. You should be building your email list. And I preach this stuff, and I confess that I'm not doing enough to build my own email list, and I'm going to change that. My good friend Wendy, I always try to come up with Wendy's last name, and I can't come up with it. Oh, what's Wendy's last name? Anyway, I'm going to take away Valerie's comment. We beat each other. We beat ourselves up. We beat each other up. But we beat ourselves up, right? I was just talking about I should be doing more with my email list. And Wendy taught me this thing. And I keep trying to come up with Wendy's name, and I can't. Last name. She talks about a GPS unit. Suppose you are driving to the airport and you don't know how to get to the airport in your town. And you say to your GPS, maybe it's your phone, maybe it's Siri, maybe it's Google, and you say, take me to the airport. And you're driving along, and she or he is giving you instructions on how to get there, and you make a wrong turn. And you end up in the ghetto, or you end up in a bad section of town. And you're like going, oh man, I'm concerned. I don't like where I am. I need to get back on track. Does Siri say, oh man, you're a stupid idiot for making that wrong turn. Shame on you. You're a horrible person. No, Siri says, recalculating directions to the airport. So the key here is that when you're struggling with your business, you and I were guilty of it, but please stop beating yourself up on what you haven't done or what you did wrong before. Take those as lessons. Say to yourself, the GPS wouldn't beat me up. The GPS would just tell me how to get to where I need to go. So that's what you need to focus on, is how to get to where you need to go. I love that story because it's my daughter and I throw that back and forth when we're having a conversation, and one of us says, well, God, I was supposed to do that today and I didn't get it done. I'm not a good person, or whatever we say to ourselves. And the other person will say, GPS, Dad. And I'm like, there I go doing it again. It's a thing that we like to do, right? Self-deprecation. And I know I've gotten way off topic. But my hope is, from that long-winded explanation, is that you're in a position, you're starting a business or you're running a business, and you need to be doing more, in my opinion, with your email list so that you can serve more people, right? I mean, Valerie, for example, in yoga, it's not about the money for you. It's probably your goals are to serve people, to help them feel better about themselves, to stretch, to make their body work better so that they can be a better person, so they can focus on their business, right? So it's about the serving for many of us. I have the same feelings. I mean, we all need to feed our families, right? We need to be able to make some money at what we do. But what we really want to do is we want to serve more people so that they can get the help that they need to serve the people that they need to serve. And it goes on and on and on. But we often get stuck. But your email list is the best tool you have. And I can throw more stats at you if you want more stats. But by quantifying it with putting a dollar figure on those emails, and you start thinking to yourself, well, this is working. This is what I need to work on. I'm not saying the other shiny objects aren't valuable. Facebook is very valuable. Building a group or a page on Facebook is value. It's an audience. But don't ever forget, that's somebody else's playground. And they can shut the playground down anytime they want. It's not your playground. Your email list is the only playground that you can control. Some people say, well, it's nothing but spam. People are tired of spam and email doesn't work. It does work. I asked Serena this last night. Kelly, you know Serena. Kelly said it's a good reminder. Thank you. Kelly and I are in the same mastermind as Serena that I was talking about earlier. I forgot what I was going to say. What did she say to me last night that was a good reminder as well? I've forgotten. Oh well. I get on these rants. And, my monitor just shut down. There it is. It's back. I hope it's a loose connection and not. Anyway. So it's. I was talking about Google shutting you down and your. Oh, spam. Spam is where I was going. I said to Serena, I said, well, do you still get spam? And she said, yeah. I said, why do you still get spam? So, well, people are trying to get me to buy stuff. I said, well, think about it this way. If spam wasn't working, if email was truly dead, would spam still be coming to your inbox? And the answer is, heck no. Spam comes to your inbox because somebody down the road buys something. And people are making money from spam, and therefore it keeps coming into your inbox, and it keeps coming more and more. It's working. Email is working. It's not going away. Yes, there's 3 billion people on Facebook. But people, what do you use to log into Facebook? An email address. If they need to communicate something important to you, what do? They send you an email. Welcome, Lynn. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Come on, monitor. Why are you suddenly fritzing out on me? It concerns me because this is a brand new monitor I got a couple of months ago. It's probably the connection back there. Anyway, I've ranted. I apologize. I go on these rants because it's again not about me. It's not about. I mean, I do have to feed my family like everybody else. But what I want you to do is to recognize the value of your email list, because we typically have forgotten that. We have gotten so attracted to all these shiny objects and are trying to build our audience somewhere when we either have an existing list or we know we need to build one. And we're playing, I love that analogy that you're renting somebody else's house or you're playing in their playground, when in fact you ought to be playing in your own first. Still play in their playground, but bring friends over to the backyard of your house. I like this analogy. I hadn't thought about this one before. Serve them some value. Give them cookies and I was going to say Kool-Aid. But, sometimes that's associated with the drinking the Kool-Aid. Jonestown. But I almost had Wendy's last name. It almost popped into my head. If you bring people over and they're playing in your backyard, then guess what? You can continue to talk to them. They're in your yard. They're not in Facebook's yard. They're not in Twitter's yard. They're over in your yard. And they're playing on your playground. And I bet you when you're having a nice conversation with somebody that's in your playground, they're going to be a lot more likely to say, hey, let's go to the movies and I'm buying. I don't know if that's the right analogy or not. But if you've got them in your yard, then you can sell to them. And that's what you want to do. That's where you need to be, or where you need them to be, is in your playground. Your backyard with your swing set. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand? And I appreciate that Kelly said earlier that it's a good reminder. It is. And I'm glad you recognize that. And that was probably even about the GPS story. But all of this stuff is so important. Right now, like Valerie's just starting her business. Many people are starting something new because of the virus situation. And therefore, you need to be, number one, building your email list. I had one of the most popular blogs on the planet. Valerie, you can ask No, I can't come up with his name. The Z, uh, Zimmerman. You can ask him because he's known me for a long time, and I did photography and video. But I went 3 or 4 years before I started asking people for their email list. And I was absolutely trounced by a different blog that came along 2 years after I started mine, Mark Zimmerman, uh, and they recognized that they could do the email pop up where they gave away an ebook, and I had imposter syndrome because I didn't think I knew how to write a similar ebook, and so I didn't do that for a long time. They had within a year 100,000 people on their email list because there was a little counter on their website that showed how many people were on their email list. And I went, holy crap, what the hell am I doing? I got like 2 people on my email list. And so the light bulbs started going off. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shortcut the process for you guys. I know plenty of people that have been running their business for several years, like an e-com store. Several people have come to me recently and said, well, I'm running my business on Amazon, right? I'm an Amazon seller. And I said, well, how many people do you have on your email list? Well, we don't get emails from Amazon. We ship the product out, blah, 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 blah. Like, wait a minute, time out. What do you mean you don't even have emails for your customers? Yeah, I got to start building my email list. Well, of course. I mean, look at Amazon. Amazon affiliates, by the way. Amazon just cut affiliate rates in half for the vast majority of affiliate links. If you were doing an Amazon affiliate business, you suddenly had your income cut in half. And now you got to double the amount of business you do with Amazon, and yet Bezos is still a multi-bazillionaire. Let's not get started on that, right? But I mean, I had an Amazon affiliate account. My sob story for this is that I had there was a new camera that was released, and I sold, I don't remember, 20 or 30. I had $5,000 in affiliate income sitting in an Amazon account 3 days after the camera was released. And they said, oh, Mitch, you broke our terms and conditions. We are closing your account with no appeal. You're screwed. It's gone. $5,000 that was coming to me was instantly gone. Because they said I wasn't playing in their sandbox the right way. Didn't tell me what I did wrong. Didn't give me the chance to appeal. They just said that $5,000 we were going to pay you is gone. So playing in somebody else's sandbox sucks, frankly. I have another friend that has 600-something thousand followers on YouTube. He doesn't have an email list. Imagine if YouTube suddenly said, sorry, Jordy, you no longer have an account. You did something wrong. His business, and he has 3 employees that he's paying off of his YouTube money. He'd have to shut down because he doesn't have a way to contact those 600,000 people anymore. Please, 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 please don't put all your eggs in somebody else's basket. You could do that, but have a backup. Have your email list. How many people do you know that have a Facebook group with hundreds or thousands of people in it, but they have no email addresses for those people? I know. I got a group with 300 and something people in it. I've never collected email addresses for those people. But I should. All right, I've been ranting a long time. If you're getting value out of this, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming and sharing, asking questions. If you've been watching the scrolling ticker, you can find several ways to reach out to me. You can join our new Discord group where we're talking about giveaways and how to do those things. Lots of good things coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe. Don't you love it when people ask for that stuff? Thank you for tuning in. By the way, I do have a calendar, which I don't remember whether I put on that scrolling ticker, but I for sure will be live on Monday and Wednesday next week at this same time zone. And you're welcome to tune in where we're going to talk about more stuff about building your business and serving your own audience. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to send you out with this.
Bye.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.